Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Charlotte Hornets tonight. Guys, a win is a win, regardless of how it turned out. It was a struggling game to watch by the Los Angeles Lakers, I have to say. But at the end of the day, a win is a win when it comes to the Lakers this season. This Lakers season has been an up and down situation. And, as long as they grab a win, no matter how ugly it was, they should just take it and run with it. And that's what I'm going to take it from this win tonight, guys. The Lakers beat the Charlotte Hornets 112-107 after an amazing run in the first quarter where they just annihilated the Hornets in the first quarter. But then the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, they just went completely downhill after that. Managing the game, they were still up by by the time the end of the first half going into the third, they kept on, being close to 10 8-point lead every single at the end of each quarter. So even though they had a huge lead in the first quarter. So but at the end of the day, guys, this was a big win for the Lakers. The Lakers got it. And all thanks to the dominating MVP caliber performance out of Anthony Davis, dominating the Charlotte Hornets tonight in convincing fashion. 42 points, 23 rebounds. He had 21 points in the first quarter. I mean, that tells you right there that he was on his A game, bringing his A game against against the Charlotte Hornets tonight. So it was a great win for the Los Angeles Lakers with Anthony Davis leading the way when it came down to it. And we saw a lot of players tonight from the Lakers side of things really stepped up to the plate and showed up when it came down to it, guys. And really can't wait to get into the game analysis, what we saw from tonight's game and how the Lakers struggled the way that they did against, out of all teams, the Charlotte Hornets, honestly, one of the worst teams in the NBA. So you would think the Lakers would have showed up and balled out and do something, when it came to having a big lead in the first quarter and just continuing that sort of, that type of what's the word for it? But it's like that type of lead that they had. They just should have just kept on going, but unfortunately, they just struggled for some odd reason. It's just they just completely just took their foot off the pedal and they decided to just play normal basketball against this Charlotte Hornets team. So, but I'm glad that they managed to get this win and they got it tonight. So, just a good effort, I guess, by the Los Angeles Lakers to just get this win when it came down to it. So I really can't wait to get into the game analysis tonight. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this live stream and, of course, follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So you guys check me out on social media. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It's really important that you do so you'll be in the know when I go live or when I upload videos about everything about the Los Angeles Lakers. And guys, we are 10 days away from the trade deadline. So it's really important for you to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And you know what, guys, without further ado, or actually before I get into it, obviously, guys, I'm, repping the old jersey. I'm usually repping the new ones, obviously every single live stream when the Lakers win games. But this time around, I wanted to rep the old jersey just to, celebrate the life of Kobe Bryant, who, obviously yesterday would be 5 years after the death of Kobe Bryant. So, I just wanted to, just have my Mamba moment and have that type of vibe in this live stream. And just, obviously with the win tonight, it's just kind of feels that, this was, really good important moment for me to just celebrate the uh, the life of Kobe, because Kobe, he's gone, but he's never forgotten. He's always in our hearts when it comes down to it. So, but at the end of the day, guys, it's just he's never forgotten, including Gigi and the rest of the people who died in that horrible plane crash, or helicopter crash in 2020 in January of yesterday. So I made a whole post about it. I really do appreciate you guys showing your love and all that, and just had to put that out there. And I just wanted to celebrate Kobe Bryant. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. Yeah, celebrating Kobe Bryant's life, even though it was a tragic one. But at the end of the day, Kobe lives on forever. He lives on forever in our hearts and in Lakers Nation and in basketball, when it comes down to it. So, but I just want to put that out there. So, so again, guys, Mamba forever. That's all I can say. But without further ado, let's just get right into the Lakers game analysis tonight. When it came down to it, obviously, guys, the Lakers struggled when it came to the shooting. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they played amazingly well in the first quarter. I mean, just a blowout performance in the first quarter. But for some reason, they just took their foot off the gas, and they just decided to just play horribly in the second quarter, and they just kind of went back and forth with one another, and it's just it did not look good. It did not look good when it came to the first in the first half in the second quarter, going into the third and the fourth. But guys, teamwork is what really showed up in this game when it came down to it, and the effortness that we saw from our role players, including Vando. Guys, just a breath of fresh air to see Vando's return to the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to it, guys. I mean, we really needed his firepower when it came to his ability to play defense and just be show his athleticism, and that's what we've been lacking so far when it comes to this Lakers rotation, and especially on the defensive side of the ball. So again, I say it again, welcome back, Jared Vanderbilt. All right, Vando, welcome back to the Los Angeles Lakers once again. I mean, you made a huge difference tonight, and I really think you did, guys, especially when it came to the second half into the third quarter, going into the fourth. You can tell that, JJ Redick really wanted to use his skill set in this game more than anything. But, it's just unfortunately, and rightfully so, we need him to stay as healthy as much as he can. And he's just coming back from injury after a year without him. Well, not without him, but just with a year of his recovery. So, but, it's just great to have him back, guys. He had 4 points out there tonight, and I believe he had, 2 rebounds out there tonight and 2 steals. And, those 2 steals were key to the Lakers winning this game as well when it came down to it. So great job out there for Jared Vanderbilt. But the man of the hour, all right, player of the game, MVP of tonight's game, Anthony Davis, showed up in a huge way against the Charlotte Hornets tonight, and he balled out. He balled out like he did against the Golden State Warriors. He did it again, but he put up a 42-point performance out there tonight with 23 rebounds. 15 of them were defensively, and he had 8 offensive rebounds. I mean, that's just right there tells you that the Lakers will win games that way, when you grab those offensive rebounds and just score every chance that you get. So, my hope is that we find that type of improvement, hopefully, going into the trade deadline. Hopefully, once Rob Pelinka pulls off a trade that will help us on the defensive side of the ball and just grabbing those offensive rebounds. Hopefully, finding another center will be a big help for the Lakers for sure. But sort of remains to be seen, especially when it came to the reports today of the Lakers basically backing out of multiple centers that the Lakers had their eye on for sure. I guess what people are saying, the plan B situation for the Lakers at the center position could be Jonas Valanciunas for the Washington Wizards. So I don't know, expect a trade happen. but we just have to wait and see what is out there for the Lakers to potentially pursue that type of trade. So, or any trade that could benefit us for the better. So, that's why it's very important for you all to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube for every news, rumors, updates, speculations when it comes to trades, free agency, signees, drafts, everything about the Lakers. This is a channel for you. So please be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. I really appreciate it once again. But just Anthony Davis tonight, he balled out and scored very efficiency, MVP caliber performance out there tonight. So great job out there for AD. LeBron James, he had 22 points, guys, but he really struggled when it came to the shooting. I mean, you can just tell he went 1 of 8 from the 3, and I believe LeBron James noticed that. He saw it, and he decided to change his game in the second half, especially in the third and fourth quarter. So you could tell that LeBron James really did not like the shooting that he was putting out there for the Lakers. And, he just basically changed his game plan in the game. So just a great effort out there tonight for LeBron James. Solid performance, 22 points, 7 rebounds out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, and guys, if I had to give some criticisms in tonight's game, it has to be those turnovers and their shooting. The Lakers shot 21% from the 3, totally unacceptable against a team that they should have annihilated like they did in the first quarter. But they obviously struggled the way that they did. It was kind of like a scarce moment, especially in the fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, where at one point we were probably like 3 minutes into the game, and for some reason, the Lakers decided not to score in those 3 minutes and allowed the Hornets to score in the 3 minutes. And the Lakers at one point were up by 3. So that was like a scarce moment to lose to one of the worst teams in the NBA. And not only that, no LaMelo Ball in the game throughout this game. I mean, he basically suffered an injury in the first quarter. And this was a perfect opportunity for the Lakers to just annihilate them in the second, third, and fourth quarter. But unfortunately, they only did it in the first. But, they completely lost that type of momentum in the second quarter, where they were they were up by 10 points, where it was such a much bigger lead that they had before. So it's just very unfortunate, really was. I mean, the Lakers really missed the ball on that opportunity, to just somehow take over the game and have a blowout performance overall, but they didn't. And they struggled the way that they did, but they managed to get the win. And a win is a win. Like I said from the beginning of my intro tonight, is that the Lakers got this win, and we just should accept it and just run with it, type of thing. So, but when it came down to it, I mean, just a solid performance for LeBron James out there tonight. When it came to the rest of the Lakers tonight, I mean, Max Christie, he had a really good game, 10 points. He really helped out the Lakers in the fourth quarter when it came down to it, especially his shot making from the 3, went 3 of 6 from the 3, he shot 50% from there. And, he just had a really good performance, especially in the fourth. So great job for Max Christie, continuing to show some really good upside since inserting into the starting lineup. And then you have Dorian Finney-Smith, who's obviously had a really solid performance out there tonight, had 6 points, 5 rebounds, and had 1 block in the game. He did struggle from the 3, when it came down to it, but his presence was well known defensively, along with VANDO. I mean, just the combination of those two guys will definitely improve the Lakers' defensive efficiency since the return of VANDO. And hopefully, knock on wood, he stays healthy. I mean, both of those guys really. So hopefully we'll see some more out of VANDO and the combinations of Dorian Finney-Smith throughout this season, hopefully, because they make a really good duo, without a doubt. But solid performance for Dorian Finney-Smith on the defensive side. Austin Reeves, guys, he struggled tonight. He really did. I mean, he did have 17 points, so let's give him credit for that. He had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and he had 3 steals, surprisingly. But his shooting, like I said, I mean, Lakers tonight shot badly. They shot 21% from the 3, and that was since the second quarter. I mean, they were just struggling left and right when it came to their defensive side of the ball, and it's just wasn't looking good. Wasn't looking good throughout the game, and especially out of all teams, the Charlotte Hornets, that they were struggling the way they did in their shooting efforts tonight. So, but not Darn, Austin Reeves was struggling tonight when it came to his shooting, along with LeBron James. He had 2 of 8 from the three. I mean, that was just right there, really bad. Shooting 25% from the three out there tonight for the Lakers. But he managed to give us 17 points, though. I mean, let's give him credit for that. But you can just tell tonight that he was struggling when it came to his scoring out there tonight. Sorry, shooting, excuse me, out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. But he managed. He managed to help the Lakers out as much as he can. So when it came down to it, but then when you look at the rest of the bench, other than Vando, guys, he obviously played his role tonight when it came down to it. But you could tell that there was some struggling coming on when it came to some of the players out there tonight, including when it came to no Gabe out there tonight. So the Lakers had to rely on Shake Milton to play in the game. His presence was not really that much needed, along with the rest of them, because of the dominant performance from Anthony Davis and the rest of the Lakers starting lineup, and of course Vando's defensive and athleticism and speed in this game when it came down to it. But still, the Lakers obviously need some improvement when it comes to their rotation for sure. That's why I hope that a trade will happen before the trade deadline expires next week. So that's my hope. That's my hope for sure. But obviously, when it came to not Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, he did have 9 points. Most of those 9 points, though, were due to lobs that he was receiving by LeBron and just the rest of the Lakers tonight. So that right there alone kind of points out that he has 9 points. Let's give him credit for that. But most of them came from lobs. And, he did try to shoot a three. I don't know why he decided to shoot a three. I mean, you could tell by the announcers. He was like, oh no, type of situation when he was about to shoot the three, because he knew, and all of us knew, that it was not going to go in. So it's just he rarely does that. So I don't know why he decided to shoot a three anyway. So it was just a bad moment for him. And the fact that he had 0 rebounds kind of, did not sit well with me, when it came to his performance tonight. So having that said, guys, I mean, I just had to say it was a a solid performance for the Lakers in general, when it came down to it. But at the same time, a win is a win, regardless of how things turned out in this game after the first quarter, where they had a huge blowout performance in the first quarter. But for some reason, they took the foot off the brakes or the pedal, whatever, and just decided to just play struggling basketball against a worse team in the NBA, in the Charlotte Hornets. So it was just not a good performance by the Lakers tonight. If anything, it was an ugly win, but a win is a win for the Lakers regardless. Now, tomorrow they go to Philadelphia to face the 76ers. No Joel Embiid, so that's good news for the Lakers. But the bad news is, and I just was, doing some, posting on social media, and I saw that the Lakers are going to be wearing their city jerseys, where they are having a horrible curse. Those cursed jerseys are costing the Lakers wins, and it's just, especially easy winnable ones. So my hope is that they break that curse and somehow win it tomorrow. But we just have to wait and see how that potentially will turn out, and that's if LeBron James will play tomorrow. But it is a back-to-back game, so you never know. And maybe Anthony Davis as well. So we just have to hope that maybe the Lakers will gain that advantage and hopefully get a win, hopefully against the 76ers on the road. Because so far they're doing pretty good. They're 6-7, when it comes to the wins that they obviously need to achieve in the month of January. So the more wins they stack up, the more better they'll be comfortable at when it comes to facing teams in February. So let's just hope. Let's hope the Lakers will potentially dominate, finish off the month of January on a strong note, and just hopefully just be in a comfortable situation. And hopefully next week, once we reach the trade deadline, that we will hopefully Lakers will make some sort of improvements from their second units and getting another center for sure, and hopefully become a much better playoff contending team um, after the deadline, hopefully. So let's read some comments, or just a comment here from KJ23. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. 42 and 23 is crazy work. Absolutely. Anthony Davis went all out tonight. I mean, he MVP caliber performance from Anthony Davis tonight, guys. I mean, once again, dominating in this game against the Golden State Warriors. He dominated in that game as well. And he just continuing that trend going into Charlotte's and just beat them on the road when it came down to it. I mean, surprisingly, the Lakers are 2-0 to start their, 6-game road trip. So that's good for the Lakers to beat those easy winnable games on the road. And I'm hoping, because, no Joel Embiid, and, the way that the 76ers are struggling lately, I mean, kind of gives you a bit of a go ahead for the Lakers to potentially just, keep going, keep going and stack up more wins as much as you can against teams that are struggling. And that's what the 76ers are. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for them to do it. But we just have to wait and see. It's tomorrow. It's a back-to-back game. So it is something to really, have a big questionable motive, really, about how the Lakers will potentially go into Philadelphia tomorrow. But, let's hope that Anthony Davis is healthy, or, 100%, for the game, tomorrow, along with LeBron James. So you can tell that he was kind of tired tonight due to the struggles that he was struggling when it came to his shooting. But let's hope that he can bring his A game when it came to that game tomorrow. So let's hope for that. And the rest of the Lakers for sure, especially Austin Reeves and all that. Maybe you have a breakout game, hopefully, when it comes to Austin Reeves, tomorrow for sure. Maybe we'll bounce back from his shooting or just his performance in general going into the 76ers game tomorrow. So, but yeah, absolutely, KJ23. It was a great win for the Los Angeles Lakers. It was all thanks to Anthony Davis and his MVP monstrous performance out there tonight, with 42 points and 23 rebounds out there tonight. So great job out there for Anthony Davis and this Lakers team getting this win tonight against the Charlotte Hornets for sure. But yeah, guys, I mean, it was a great win for the Lakers for sure. And, when it came down to it, guys, I mean, with the reports that we've been hearing when it comes to the Lakers looking for another center, Vucevic, and of course, getting Jakob Poeltl in the conversation. And then I've also heard that Walker Kessler is added the conversation for the Lakers to pursue. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, I still think that they will make a trade for a center. It just sort of depends on who it is. And, I kind of feel what the Lakers are feeling. I mean, I understand they don't want to give up their first round picks. I don't either. I mean, just to go after an aging Vucevic of the Chicago Bulls, and then you have Jakob Poeltl. I mean, both guys will be great fits for the Lakers for sure. Even Jonas Valanciunas, which regardless, I don't want the Lakers to give up their first round picks for Jonas Valanciunas. If anything, 2 second-round picks is plenty enough for Jonas Valanciunas, and I think they can pull that trade off. But it just sort of remains to be seen what they will potentially do when it comes to putting up a trade to potentially pursue him. But we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see about that. So hopefully something happens. But when it comes down to that, but Walker Kessler, guys, I mean, you can just tell the Utah Jazz, they just don't want to make a trade at all. Not just with the Lakers, but just in general. They're just throwing out there that, Walker Kessler is not available, but if you guys want him, this is the price for him type of situation. And that's not just towards the Lakers. They're doing that to every single team that are interested in Walker Kessler. So my hope is that they will potentially somehow work something out. I mean, it's real easy to get Walker Kessler. I mean, just throw in Jalen Hood-Schifino's contract and maybe one first round pick or maybe one first round pick and two second round picks to potentially get him. I mean, that's just a done situation. Get that type of trade done scenario. But for some reason, the Utah Jazz are making they're making a lot of indications that they don't want to trade Walker Kessler. All right. They're just being hard nosed, type of organization and saying, hey, you guys want him. We don't really want to trade him. All right. We want to keep him type of scenario. Same goes with like Miles Turner situation. But I think it's more likely maybe the Lakers can make a trade with the Indiana Pacers. But like other teams that are trying to fleece the Lakers, they're going to do the same with the Lakers as well at the trade deadline. So, because they don't really have nothing to lose Miles Turner as well. So, it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very tough what the Lakers can do at the trade deadline. But, it's just sort of, they just have to make something happen. I mean, they have to make some sort of trade happen that will improve our second unit or just finding some help for the Lakers at the center position, and I'm not a big fan of Nikola Vucevic for some reason from the Chicago Bulls. He's up there in age, so I can understand the Lakers not giving up, first round picks, and rightfully so. He's 34 years old, so he's up there in age, but he's a good offensive player. He can give you like 17 to 18 points per game at the center position, and he's been shooting very well. But that's just this season. I just don't see the Lakers potentially somehow um, giving up a first round pick for a guy like that. I mean, if anything, Miles Turner, maybe it could be a possibility, but at the same time, maybe one first round pick and maybe throw in those two second round picks that they have still available, though. I mean, those second round picks are also valuable as well. So, Lakers can do a lot to make something happen to improve this roster. So it just sort of remains to be seen what they will do. I mean, that's why it's very important that you tune in to ZSN on YouTube for every news, rumors, updates, speculations about the Lakers. The trade deadline is in 10 days. So next week, guys, it's going to be a lot of news talk. I mean, it's not just the Lakers. It's going to be about Jimmy Butler and all that. So, and they just suspended him today. So there's no doubt he's going to get traded at the trade deadline. So I'll be surprised if he sticks around after that. So, that's just going to be very interesting. But my eyes are going to be on the Lakers for sure because they really have to make some improvements for sure. Let's read some more comments here from KJ23. All the Lakers need is a center to become contenders. Absolutely, I absolutely agree with you on that. I gave my thoughts about it and the reports today about Lakers not pursuing, the Bulls big man, and of course, Jakob Poeltl for sure. And then there's also Walker Kessler, which you also put out there. I kind of want to get Walker Kessler. Yeah, I mean, I do too. I mean, it's so easy to make a trade for him. Lakers can potentially make the contracts match and throw in the assets that will be enticing for the Utah Jazz to accept, and they can make that happen. But for some reason, like I said, the Utah Jazz are being very stingy with their trade demands. And they're not just doing it to the Lakers, as I mentioned. They are also doing it with every single team that wants Walker Kessler. So, they want 2 first-round picks for the guy. And it's like, no way. No way. I mean, you see a lot of teams in the NBA are not giving up their first-round picks for certain players. It's just the bottom line of what teams are not doing, including the Lakers. And I can understand why they want to keep their first-round pick. I wouldn't trade 2 or 1 first-round pick just to get Walker Kessler. No, I mean, I'm trading 2, 3 first-round picks for a future star player that will be with my franchise for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay. That's the only way you make those trades. All right. For those first round picks that teams are asking for certain players. I mean, I'm surprised the Chicago Bulls are still asking first round picks for a potential trade for their big man in Nikola Vucevic. So, it's just one of those type of situations where I'm like, I kind of glad the Lakers are holding firm on those first round picks. Now, 2 second round picks, maybe throwing one of the first to get Walker Kessler. I'm not sure. I mean, that kind of defeats my purpose of my argument before saying it, but it's like, where's the bottom line? I mean, if anything, like you said, KJ23, I mean, Miles Turner. I mean, I would rather get Miles Turner than Walker Kessler. I mean, he has more upside. He can shoot. He can obviously grab rebounds for you. He's a good defensive fit next to Anthony Davis, and also offensively next to Anthony Davis. And that's the type of center that, Anthony Davis is looking for, when it came down to it. So, he's not a bad pick as well. And I don't want the Lakers to give up all their first round picks for him. I mean, he is, what is he, like 29 or 30 or something like that? I might be mistaken. But at least with Walker Kessler, you will have him for the next 5 to 10 years type of scenario, when it comes to his skill set, what he brings to the table. But with Miles Turner, I think he's like, what, 33, 32? So you get up all your assets just to get Miles Turner. So, it's still not the best choice still. That's why there's no doubt about it. I just don't see the Lakers potentially getting those type of guys. If anything, they're going to go with a plan B type of situation at the trade deadline and somehow just, go after Jonas Valanciunas from the Washington Wizards. I mean, you can make the contracts match with Gabe Vincent or some other, players to be packaged together, throw in 2 second-round picks to potentially get somebody like Jonas Valanciunas type of center for sure. So he's up there. He's still on the top of the list for Lakers when it comes down to it. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a if situation, and it's like you don't even know what the Lakers will do at the trade deadline type of situation. So it's all up in the air. It really is, and it's kind of hard. I mean, at the same time, Gabe Vincent has been playing pretty well for the past couple of months now for the Lakers in his role, shooting and just showing his Miami days of Gabe Vincent, and that's been something that we've been waiting for so long, and it's been showing. But now he's injured, so it's just like hopefully a speedy recovery for him, along with Rui Hachimura. So those guys, and especially Rui. I mean, he is going to be the main focal point of making trades with other teams. I mean, unfortunately, because he's the only asset type of trade money wise to match with any sort of contracts that you will make a deal with. So, but he's injured. He's dealing with a calf issue, I believe. So a speedy recovery for him, along with Gabe Vincent. So when it comes down to it, hopefully all of them will be healthy. But I'm kind of liking what Gabe Vincent has been showing for this Lakers teams lately, when it comes down to it. So, and also, Rui's offensive upside that he brings it to, especially shooting. I mean, he's shooting 42%, I believe, or 40% from the three, or maybe 39, somewhere around that range. So his shooting really helps this Lakers team at times. And trading him away will kind of lose the shooting for sure. But we just have to wait and see. Trade deadlines next week. Stay tuned. Hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's read the last comment before I end this live stream. Ghetto Rabbit, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Second and fourth quarters were, I mean, it was bad. Absolutely. First quarter was amazing. I mean, they balled out against the Charlotte Hornets after the LaMelo Ball went down with that injury of his. So that tells you right there the Lakers were going to go crazy in this game. and especially from that first quarter performance. But for some reason, they just put their foot off the pedal and decided to not play aggressive basketball against the Charlotte Hornets team, and just basically felt comfortable, and because they thought, hey, it's Charlotte Hornets, what's the worst can happen? Well, this actually happened. I mean, you had a huge lead in the first quarter, and then you end up in the end of the second. The of the end of the second quarter, and this be up by 10. I mean, totally unacceptable. And then the third quarter came about. You went basically back and forth with one another, and then the fourth quarter came about. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, you were leading the game by 3 points, just allowing the Charlotte Hornets to score on you every chance you get, and those turnovers you made in the couple of minutes in, and it was just like totally unacceptable, scarce moment type of moment for us to be watching that. And but then once Anthony Davis went back into the game, and LeBron and all that, things got better. Lakers still kind of struggled a bit, but they managed to win the game, and hang on, and just did what they had to do. But at the same time, it was not the just it was just a bad win for the Lakers. But at the end of the day, as I said in the beginning of my live stream, a win is a win when it comes to this Los Angeles Lakers team, and you should just take it and just run with it, type of thing. So, but yeah, it was all bad. Second, third, fourth quarter, completely bad. But first quarter, it was amazing. Amazing performance by the Lakers at one point, but then went completely downhill after that. But they got the win. That's all that matters. They got the win at the end of the day when it comes down to it. And yeah, it was a win. Obviously, with one of the dominant performance out there tonight from Anthony Davis. 42 points, 23 rebounds out there tonight. And obviously the return of Vando makes a whole bit of difference when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. And obviously it's just a breath of fresh air to see him back. Obviously, his return was been a long time coming, and it finally came. Still, I'm going to say it again. Welcome back, Vando, to the Los Angeles Lakers. And, he's making his presence well known in this game, and especially in the last night's a couple of games ago against the Golden State Warriors. It was it's great to have him back. Honestly, really was. And obviously, hopefully see more out of him, especially when it comes to certain lineups with certain players next to Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron, Anthony Davis. I mean, it will be a really good defensive lineup that we could potentially see on occasion when it comes to certain matchups moving forward. So, but yeah, I really can't wait to see more out of this team. Vando, all of them, especially going into tomorrow's game against the Philadelphia 76ers. So it's going to be very interesting for sure. What will the Lakers will dominate in that game, or will they struggle the way they did tonight, or manage to get a win, hopefully, because the Lakers are doing pretty well now on the road. 2-0 to start this road trip. They have, I believe, they're on a six-game road trip. So, it is kind of really interesting if the Lakers will bring their A game when it comes to those potential road games. Because as we all know, the Lakers don't play well on the road. They play better at home. So, it is a situation where hopefully they just finish the month of January with just stacking up as much wins as they can so they can feel comfortable going into February and just manage to win games there. I mean, it's all about stacking up its wins so they can be competitive and be a playoff team instead of a play-in team at the end of the season. So let's just hope. Hopefully Lakers will continue this drive and their motivation, moving forward. And especially, hopefully, with the Rob Pelinka and all of them, they make something happen at the trade deadline to improve this team. Getting another center, number one priority for sure. And you can tell throughout this game, they needed a center. Jackson Hayes was not cutting it. And, sure, they had Vando and they had Dorian Finney-Smith. They played well defensively, but you can tell we need a center. We need a center, the guy that can protect the rim and help out Anthony Davis when it comes to resting time and just carrying the load off and all that. So, my hope is that we find a trade by the time we reach next week, February 6th on Wednesday. So let's just hope for that. Let's hope the Lakers will bring their A game for sure. Um, no, the Lakers bring their A game at the trade deadline and make something happen to improve this team. So that is my hope. That is my hope for sure. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. And once again, guys, I really do appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown me all across social media and, of course, on this channel, ZSN on YouTube. Once again, follow me all across social media. The links will be in the description of this live stream, so you guys check me out on social media. And, of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.